Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1951 Smith Corona Silent vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. These are your margins. I'm going to set this left margin on about 5 and the right one about 85. Just want to make sure they're in between those two paper fingers so you don't get stuck on them. And I like to set those paper fingers on the edges for maximum clearance. And that one's too close because that vibrator is getting stuck on that paper finger. So you just want to make sure that the vibrator is clear of that. That's good. That's good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit the slide space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that all the way down to that red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Absolutely beautiful. Print looks perfect. It's got Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch. And this is one of my maybe top 5 typewriters. It's the precursor to the Silent Super, so it's pretty much the same except for the Silent Super has the tab set on the keyboard. And I'll show you how to use the tab on this one. But it's the best of the best when it comes to Smith Coronas, besides the Silent Super, which is basically the same machine. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to put the indicator or the color back up to black, and I'm going to put this down for now. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit shift button again. Backspace. Everything about this typewriter is super smooth. Tab button on the right. So this has a manual tab set. So just gotta flip this down, and these little tabs that you just pull off manually and put them anywhere on this rack. Actually, I think they're backwards. You want to make sure that the open end is on the outside, because when you start moving your margins, you can get stuck on. See, you can get stuck on those if they're not facing the correct way. So I'm gonna flip that, and now it won't get stuck on it. So I just want to make sure that's the one. It will still work with the tabs, but you just run the risk of getting, when you change your margins, of getting stuck on these if they're not facing the correct direction. So it's not going to work great when this flip panel is down. So I'm just going to keep it up, and it just stops at each one of those little tabs. You can set them anywhere on that rock, and there's a scale in there to tell you exactly where they're set at. Below that is MR. It stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end, or until you get stuck on that paper finger. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, there's a little switch above the backspace on the left side of the keyboard. You flip that up, it'll pull counterclockwise to the left. You flip it down, clockwise to the right. That works good. Touch control on the inside left here from low to high. Right now it's on low, so the farther left you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. That loads a spring underneath the keys, so it just builds a little bit of tension. You do have to hit the keys a bit harder for them to print, but they respond faster. On the right side of the carriage behind the knob is the carriage release. Very smooth. And on the front is the carriage lock. You lift it up, it releases the carriage and locks in the middle, so when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around, causing potential damage to your escapement. Left side is also got a carriage release, and this little lever here, if you pull it out, disables the spacing when you turn the knob, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. The same concept on the inside with this lever here. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. You flip it up, you get the clicks, and that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.